Hello, everyone. Welcome to my classroom. I'm Neetu Ann Thomas, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Civil Engineering, SNIT Adur. I am teaching Professional Communication, HUN 102 for first year S2 KTU BTech students. Today we're going to learn about slide presentations. So, what is a slide presentation? A slide is a single screen of a presentation, and every presentation is composed of several slides. Depending on the subject matter, the best presentation may consist of 10 to 12 slides to get a message across, but more may be needed for complex subjects. Slides keep an audience's attention during a presentation and provide additional supporting information in textual or graphical format. So, when you open a new PowerPoint presentation file, you're presented with a large selection of slide templates that you can choose from to set the tone for your presentation. Each template has a series of related slides in the same theme, color, and font choice for different purposes. You can choose a template and use only the additional slides that work for your presentation. The first slide of a presentation is usually a title or introductory slide. It typically consists of text only, but it can include graphic elements or images as well. Subsequent slides are chosen based on the information to be transmitted. Some slides contain images or charts and graphs. Slides follow one after another during a presentation, either at a set time or when the presenter advances the slides manually. PowerPoint includes a large number of transitions you can apply to slides. A transition controls the appearance of one slide morphing into another. So, when it is morphing, a fade of one to another happens, and all sorts of special effects and such as page curls or animated motion happens. Slides can have sound effects attached to them. The sound effect includes crowd laughing, drum roll, cash register, typewriter, and many more. Adding motion to an element on a slide is called animation. So now you will see the advantages and disadvantages of slide presentation. So first one is ease of creation. That is, it can easily be created, so that's advantage. It can be created easily. One does not need to be some designing expert to prepare an amusing presentation, but anybody with a lower level of knowledge about presentation can also easily create one without much effects. The disadvantage is that this is very often proved to be detrimental because people end up preparing presentations which are either filled with images or just plain text. So the effect of the presentation is not reaching the people who are actually seeing those. That is a disadvantage because when people who do not have much knowledge about slide presentation start to prepare it, they might contain only the text or the written content or only images. So that will not work. The people who are listening to it may not be able to understand it to the fullest. So that is a disadvantage. And the advantage is that it can be created easily without actually being a designing expert. Secondly, alluring exhibition. So the advantage is that PowerPoint presentations have always had a higher hand over others because there is always an excitement about what the slides will reveal. This keeps the listeners engaged in the whole act. So that is the advantage of a luring exhibition because people will be very curious and know what the next slide will be. And the disadvantage is that in planning the strategies to create a captivating content, the presenters often compromise on the factual part, losing on the actual focus. Moreover, if the imagery is too fascinating, the audience will lose interest in what the speaker is saying, right? If you're very much attracted into one image or an art, then we won't be listening to what the person is saying. That actually happens. So that is one of the disadvantages in alluring exhibition. The third one is blend of content and graphics. So the advantage is that the content can be presented in the form of bullet points, which is a cue for the presenter. Even the readers want to read small, simple lines rather than paragraphs, right? So the images, pictures, these days, even videos have become an integral part of presentation to display your creativity and invite attention. Then the disadvantage of this blend of content and graphics is that if the synchronization of content and imagery is not balanced, it might turn out to be a blunderous creation. There are many presentations, especially ones related to the technological sector, where graphics cannot be interesting. So it should be avoided without compromising on the content and engaging factor. The one main thing we have to note is that we have to make the presentation without losing the main content or main factor in it. Even though the graphics might be really good, people will go for it but will not hear to the listener or the presenter. That is one of the disadvantage. The fourth one is presentation skills. That is one of the main point. Presentation skills. So the advantage of presentation skills that it is always a test, but with a PowerPoint presentation the confidence is boosted, right? We'll be able to know, or the presenter will be very well in line with the presenting point or the presenting topic. You do not have to be a great orator or prepare a speech as you prepare the presentation. You educate yourself on the topic simultaneously. So that is a one of the main advantages of presentation. We need not some mug up the contents. As we can see in the presentation slides, we'll be knowing what to say if you know the content properly. But the disadvantage is that often people use it as a dodge and congest the slides with their ideas. So, so that they have to speak lesser or not at all. So when preparing a PowerPoint presentation, one should remember that it is critical technique. Its high points may turn out to be ineffective if you do not properly use it. So bullet points are very advantageous for presentation because people always go for points, right? As I've mentioned in the previous point. So the way the presenter presence is one of the most important thing we have to keep in mind. So that's all to talk about slide presentation or PowerPoint presentation, the advantages and the disadvantages. Hope it is clear. That's all for the day. Thank you.